There's been allegations against us going around. I don't like that.
What does that mean?
People seem to think, they think it's funny. They think it's a funny thing to do, to say that me and you have a podcast going on. And I don't like that. I don't like that they're saying...
A podcast?
Yeah, they're saying that we do, me and you, which is weird.
Really?
There's no evidence of that, first and foremost. I don't know why this is what they chose of all
lying.
things. It's a lie. It's
lying.
weird. It's weird. And I don't like it.
It's a weird lie.
And it freaks me out thinking that people are demented enough to spread rumors like that. This especially right now, not a podcast.
No. This is just what we do. You just happen to hit record. I just happen to hit record.
You're a fly on the wall. And, you know, me and you, we're doing our stuff. The people listening, watching.
That's correct.
They just stumbled upon this conversation me and you were having somehow. I don't know how they did it.
Yeah.
We're not going to get too into it. But, I mean, honestly, people just need to relax. They need to relax a little bit.
And if you're wondering, you and I stopped procrastinating, but other people are currently procrastinating. Does that make sense to you?
I don't know what you're saying entirely, but I think we can find out. But also, we did... If people want to see what a podcast actually is, I remember when that happened. Is that what you're talking about?
That's exactly what I would have been talking about. Yes.
Dude, I've got it now. Thank you. But here's another thing we need to talk about. I know we're going to have a few class clowns here pointing out the fact that it has to be a podcast because it's on Spotify, but they need to understand that's a me thing. That's a me. That's a personal.
No, you told me yesterday. I love talking to myself and sometimes other people, and uploading it to Spotify.
Yeah, that's just a thing.
But then I remember because you and I got into a big argument. You're like, I said like a podcast, and you said I'm gonna kill you in your sleep if you bring that up again. I haven't brought it up since. Yeah, because I'm a good friend.
You're a good friend for that. And I'm a good friend for saying stuff like that to you, especially. I like when I say stuff like that. But it's a personal matter. The fact that this is going on Spotify, it's a personal thing. If I try to explain it, no one would understand because it's for me. So I'm not going to try. Mm-hmm.
It's just you, me, and this camera in between us.
It's the same camera, too. It's just one camera getting both of us.
It's just one camera.
Technology is awesome.
We're in the same room.
But the reason this is happening is we were in a different country. It happened to be the same country that Jagex is from. And while we were there, we're like, let's discuss this behind closed doors when we get back. And that's basically what this is.
You're saying discuss the things that we couldn't have discussed in the NDA. But like we're talking about it. We're both,
we may or may not break the NDA today. Yeah, no, the NDA could be.
There's always a chance. There's always a chance.
There's always a chance.
That's how those work.
There's always a chance.
Especially if you don't read them. You have to read them.
I didn't read a word.
It's a good thing to read an NDA.
I signed it. Had no idea what it said. Not a clue.
Well, dude, why not? It's fucked up.
What?
I actually did read that entire thing.
You read the entire NDA?
I read the entire NDA, yeah. Does that make me fucked up or no?
No, it makes you extremely smart. I should probably start doing things like that more because I didn't. Well,
to be fair, I felt like an idiot because I was looking around. Not a single other person read that shit.
No.
I sat there and I literally did that thing where like you reread something because you're like, I don't fully understand what I just read. So I did like the reread.
Dude, I didn't read a word. I think I even filled it out wrong the first time. I didn't even.
Oh, I did fill it out wrong. I put the date wrong. And I was like, you know what? They're going to know what I mean by this.
What do you mean you put the date wrong?
Like I put the date in like America. Like, how America goes like, month, day, year.
Yeah. I did that too.
And I got to give this to them. Like after I signed it and I thought about it, I was like, it actually makes way more sense that I do day, month, year. Because it's kind of like a nice buildup of like, oh, this day, month, year. Am I getting 30?
You were thinking about that?
Yeah.
That's
I was
awesome.
Just saying, dude, like if you looked at me in the moment, you probably could have actively seen like my brain like forming that connection and going, oh,
that's nice. I'm glad they did.
That's
I
nice.
appreciate the one thing here I appreciate is the way that they write this. And you didn't
appreciate
do it that
anything
way.
Else?
Yeah.
I didn't do it that way. I wasn't going to do it that way.
No, I wasn't either.
Clearly.
There's no way. but we did that we did go to Jagex, and I feel like there's a lot of stuff that we got to talk about. It's very important that we talk about a lot of this stuff.
Raid's 5. They're skipping over the 4th.
They're skipping the 4th raid.
They don't even care about that one.
They're skipping the 4th raid, which is weird. Yeah, very weird. But let's start from the beginning. Let's go back. They invited a bunch of people out, and it was kind of out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. And we didn't know why we were going out to what we were doing until we got there, basically. Like, they said, hey, do you want to come here for the 25th anniversary? And we're like, yeah, sure. We went all the way up until like 2 days before without knowing a single thing of what they were going to have us do there. They could have been asking us to go there so they could kill us all. I have no idea, but we're fine, clearly. But
yeah, we were just
kind of left this like mysterious sort of vibe the whole time. I didn't really like that, but
dude, I literally did not know what was happening until like, I would say the first night we got there, and I asked like one of the Jagex mods like in person. I was like, do you know what we're doing? And to be fair, they work at the company, and you would think, yeah, of course they work there. They know what they're doing. I actually found out they didn't even know what was happening until like a week before.
Yeah. Oh, the one I talked to, it was Mod Goblin. I talked to him. He didn't know what we were doing when I asked him. He was the first person I asked, and he didn't know yet because he's doing other stuff. He's busy. Wait, we're skipping ahead. We had to fly there first.
I think everyone knows that, though. Everyone knows that you fly there.
People might think we sailed there, which is not true. We didn't do that.
Okay, that's a weird conclusion to jump to.
Centuries have passed since that would have been an option.
We don't do that anymore.
Yeah, we don't do that. No one does that anymore.
We're not shipping cargo. No one does shit like that. Nothing in particular weird happened on my flight, but like I did one of those things where it's like I always get like economy, and like, you know, I'm a little tall, so I don't fit in it. So like right before, because it was like a red eye, I was like, I got to upgrade my seat. Like, yeah, I did like the little upgrade to like economy plus. No one was in my row. I was so excited. I was like, maybe I can lay down and sleep. And they have one of those like solid plastic dividers in between the seats.
Yeah.
So like I ended up having to like contort myself like a pretzel only to sleep about 7 minutes. So nothing cool happened on my flight, like just garbage stuff.
I think I also got 7 or 8 minutes of sleep, which is fine. It was just long. It was a long flight. Yeah. I had no Wi-Fi on it. It was like barbarian times.
I always raw dog that. Like I never go for Wi-Fi. I'm like, you're not convincing me to spend $13 for something I should have for free. You know, we're in the age of man where we have figured out how to fly through the fucking sky in a metal tube, and they still crammed us in there, and then they charge you $13 for Wi-Fi. Like, how fucked up is that?
It's pretty fucked up, yeah.
We should feel really excited to be flying, and instead, like, we're just shoved in there like we're cattle.
Yeah, it's really disrespectful the way that they fly us places, the way we travel half the globe, the Earth, this star in the sky, not star, what is it, planet? We're a planet.
Yeah, us being humanity, I believe you meant.
That's us. We're the ones called that. That's us. And
they fly dogs, though, and horses, dude. I found that they do fly horses.
What?
Yeah, I did find out they fly horses.
I don't like that, knowing that there could be a horse underneath me at any moment. I don't like that.
I don't think it's going to be, I don't think it's like on your plane normally. I don't think there's any horses on
you think they gather them in like C-130s? Like they just like line them up like they're military?
Yeah, exactly. And then they just drop them out sometimes just to test whenever they have extra horses lying around.
What do you mean they drop them out to test?
Sometimes they just let them go. You know what I mean? Like every now and then people have extra horses and they're like, we need to test some shit. So they just let the horses drop.
Why? What would that be testing? What are they testing?
There's a lot of different shit you could test. Okay. Like I guarantee up until probably like 5 years ago, no one would have dropped a horse out of a plane. That's just not something you would have done. And now, like, you know, one person did. It's like, we have to fucking figure out what happens. They figured it out, and they're like, that wasn't conclusive enough. So they probably do it like regularly.
I just don't see how that experiment benefits. I don't understand the benefit of that experiment. What that could possibly advance.
Science up close is messy sometimes. I think we all know this. You got to break a few eggs sometimes to make an omelet. That's basically what they're doing here with the horses. They're breaking a few horses to make a horse omelet.
Okay.
But yeah, my flight, was not that good. It was not that good. I did not sleep for a day.
No, I didn't like my flight. And then not to mention, first of all, this flight was free, the one I'm complaining about. Also, the thing the next free thing was the ride. It was actually me, Flutton, and Sick Nerd in a car. We all got picked up. I think Sick Nerd had to wait like 3 hours to get picked up because they were waiting for us. And so he was just chilling there. I didn't even recognize Sick Nerd because he looks good.
Yeah, he's a good looking dude now.
I just felt bad because we talked to him for the first like 25 minutes in the car. And then me and Flutton were so insanely tired. We both just collapsed and fell asleep for the rest of the car ride. So he was sitting in silence with the driver for about 2 hours, 15 minutes in traffic, and we just were completely silent. And there's nothing I could do about it.
I was mainly with the WoW guys and like Foe, right? I had to sit in the front. We got like a giant van. Right? I think there was like 5 or 6 of us or whatever. Everyone was having like a great time talking in the back. They were, it's like a 2-hour drive from the airport to there. And the entire time, again, I got 7 minutes of sleep, maybe. I was crunched up like a pretzel on this plane. I'm doing one of these every couple minutes, like, yeah, that's great. And then my neck ends up hurting so bad that like I just take myself out of the conversation for like 20 minutes at a time. And I was like, they probably think I'm so fucking like weird or just rude because, they're all talking, having a good time. Like, I'm like, yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, well, you have a responsibility.
I just kept to myself.
You have a responsibility, dude. Yeah, like you're riding shotgun. It's your responsibility to seem calm and composed for the driver while they handle the discussions. It's your.
I did talk to the driver, dude. I don't think I remember a single word we exchanged, but I talked to him for 20 minutes.
Yeah, you don't need to remember.
He was a nice enough guy.
Yeah,
dude. Like kind of like everyone like that was flown out to this event. Pretty nice people. Like
you think so?
Yeah, I don't know why you would necessarily expect otherwise, but like literally everyone I met, I did not have a bad thing to say about.
Yeah, no, I was on edge trying to find if there was someone I should be wary of, but I couldn't find any. You were
looking for threats.
I was looking for threats. I was looking for any potential confrontation that I should avoid. I couldn't find it. Didn't find it the whole time. It was kind of disappointing. Didn't make for any fun, almost died stories or anything like that. But yeah, everyone was kind of just really friendly and nice and
good, if you don't nearly die in an event, then it's really not worth talking about the event normally.
Yeah. Well, that first night there, I think the biggest shocker to me, I didn't expect to have a really long, nice conversation with the CEO of the company of Jagex. That was pretty shocking. He called me a prick within the first 30 seconds of meeting me.
Dude, yeah.
Which was awesome. It was, of course, joking.
Dude, in the first, 3 minutes, he called me Two Dads Kev. Dude, yeah, it's like, I was like, that is a RuneScape name that I had on one account, and that was from, 7 years ago. You're the CEO of the entire company. How the fuck do you know that? Why do you know that?
Because he knows all of us, dude.
Dude, and then later on in the night, he's talking about my second channel, talking about non-RuneScape videos that I made on that. It's like, dude, did you do a deep dive on me?
He probably
did. Are you about to tell me where I was fucking born and shit?
He
dude, if you talked to him long enough, he probably would have. He probably would have, dude.
No, dude,
he knew everything about everyone.
He did.
And it's and that's it was so surprising. And dude, he was ridiculously nice.
Yeah, almost too nice, right? Almost suspiciously nice. He's got something up his sleeve.
Suspiciously nice.
Yeah.
But then he said I feel like I know you all, but this is some weird parasocial thing. So even though he's a dude that has a lot of self-confidence, that kind of struck me as he's oh, I get to meet everyone type of thing, dude.
Yeah. No, I felt
almost
powerful
like a childlike wonder.
Said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt very powerful. Well, the first thing he said to me, the actual first thing he said to me was, "Holy shit, it's Gary Gilbert." So I was like, "That's nice that you know that." Yeah, that's really cool that he knows that. I do need to clarify, since I didn't get to finish saying that he called me a prick. He was just really telling a funny, like, he was just having a little funny thing to say to me, because we were talking about the RuneScape 3 MTX announcement. The fact that they had this like big build up, they had like fucking Hollywood trailers building up the biggest announcement of all time in the history of RuneScape, like hyping it up. You would have thought RuneScape 4 was coming. Like, it was going to be the craziest shit ever. And all they did was, we're polling the removal of treasure hunter keys. And I was like, I commented on the video of that. I just said, just get rid of it. What are you guys doing? And it got like a ton of like thumbs up on YouTube. And I was like, okay, I don't regret saying that. And he was like basically saying how crazy of a thing it was for Jagex to do that. He was like, and then you go and just comment that, you prick. I was like, yeah, sorry, dude. I said what I said. I don't know, man.
And then finding out like the behind the scenes, kind of like you were saying, like how hard he had to fight for that. He's like, when he became like CEO, I think that was one of the main things he really wanted to fight for.
Yeah, he was always trying to do that.
Yeah. So, and he was like, really building this up, and kind of like he wanted it to be this huge thing. And then like before I talked to him, and like, because I also saw your comment too. I thought it was funny. And like, in my mind, I was like, there's not a shot in hell people are going to vote like, now let's keep it in.
Yeah.
Like, they know the outcome that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So like I was kind of like on your side too, of like, just fucking remove it. Like, what do you mean? Yeah. But then like after like seeing him in person, you kind of forget. It's like, oh, there's real people on the other side of this, like that, like are really like they put a lot of effort into this.
Yeah.
And you just wipe away like months of work with one comment, like, just fucking remove it.
Yeah. Well, I think we see that obviously because we met them and stuff. But I mean, I ultimately, the consumer, the player here, they will never, ever consider the fact that there's humans behind it, not just for Jagex, but like any company, any product they're using, any game they're playing. Like, it's not the consumer's really like responsibility to be concerned about be concerned about really anything except for what they're paying to experience, sort of thing.
That's the truth. Yeah, that's true.
That's ultimately what it comes down to. So, I mean, like, I said it at the table to Mod North. I was like, yeah, I don't regret saying that. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I mean, it's gone. Clearly, you guys had to kind of present it for many, behind the scenes investors reasons. You had to, make a spectacle out of it. Sure. But I'm still going to say that just fucking get rid of it. just relax, dude. Just don't even pull it. Why even pull it? No one wants that shit there. Like, if you don't remove it, the game it's just gone soon. So, what are you doing? But yeah, I'm glad they did take the step, because it was pretty hype listening to them talk about all the shit they're doing.
I'll say this, by the way. I don't even think it's like, oh wait, actually,
what?
I don't even know if I could actually say that one.
Well, say it and I'll cut it if you can't.
So say it and then, all right, like RuneScape 3 leagues or no? Like, did they talk about that yet?
Yeah, they talked about it in the announcement. Yeah, RuneScape 3 leagues.
So that's like a public thing?
Yeah. They announced that they're doing RuneScape leagues too. Like, do you remember that video we got shown in the auditorium?
The little auditorium, yeah.
They published that. That's all public now. Like, everything we saw there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. To be fair, I feel like it's also obvious that they would have done another one.
Yeah.
If they successfully pull off what they're trying to pull off in RuneScape 3, I think I would play leagues too. I didn't play the first one, but I think I'd play it with you and, see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, I noticed on their leagues slide, like, I don't know how much I could say about this, because it was like for us, like, but they watched my video, basically, is what I confirmed. I think they did talk a little bit about the stuff during the like video that they posted, but they addressed almost every single point that I brought up about that league. They really just need to make it the most disgustingly overpowered game mode of all time. Like, they need to make it stupid. Like, even if they make it so that you could finish everything day 1 or day 2, just clear everything because of how fast it is. They need to do that, because their goal is to get people to just play it for a second. Like, you need membership to play it. So that's
true. I mean, the thing is, if I was sitting there and wiping out every single thing in that game on like leagues, I would try it.
Yeah.
Like I would try it because it's like, I don't know the first thing about like any abilities. And I do understand because you had a whole thing about this in your video. You know, you technically just point and click. Yeah, I know that. I get that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel as though I would not really be utilizing the entire system. And I really want to understand what I'm doing, you know, with all of those abilities. Basically, the only thing I know about is ults because, you know, Valorant, unfortunately.
Valorant. Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, do you remember when we were at dinner, the RuneScape 3 guys sitting next to us, they were saying that like they don't even know what's going on with fucking RuneScape 3 abilities. Like they play it for a living and they are doing that content and they'll see some like super high end PVM shit and they're like, I don't know what's going on.
They're like, it's fun to play, but like visually, like who knows what the fuck's going on. Even they said that because like they released like a mascot, right, in RuneScape 3. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I know that one. Let me go look. Right. And their whole thing was like the first person to beat it at 2000 difficulty, which I don't know what the fuck that even means. But sure. Congrats.
Yeah.
You know, I thought percentages only go up to 100, but whatever. You can go past that. I get what you're going for. Numbers don't matter anymore.
They don't matter anymore.
Maybe that's a weird hill for me to die on. But, you know, I'm not even willing to die on it. I'm willing to be corrected immediately. Point being, like when I was watching that, like there was like a 12 or 13 hour stream of like the world's like first. Yeah. There was so much excitement in the beginning of the stream, right? And like I just like kind of kept coming back to it, you know, throughout the day. I don't know exactly how long it took. Maybe I'm making this number up, but it was like 10 or 11 hours or something. Maybe 12 hours. Point being, the energy was gone halfway through the stream. And then there was another 6 fucking hours on top of that. Like I felt bad for, because it was like a J mod. And I think also maybe the artist guy was the one doing it. Yeah, maybe not. I'm not sure. It's been a minute, but like just watching what was happening, like I was like, I would love to understand what's going on, but there's not a shot in hell that I would understand. Even when there was like shit on the floor happening, I'm like, yeah, like I get it. I've played, you know, Old School has that.
Don't stand there.
No fucking clue. No clue. I was like lightning's going through, and then some of them ran into it. I was like, oh, that's the good one, I guess.
Yeah.
But I do think they are trying to improve upon that, like with their little roadmap, which is cool.
Yeah.
But you know, until then, I don't know what the fuck's going on, man, and it might just stay that way.
Didn't it kind of seem like like the Old School, everyone from Old School was there for like this leisure fun time, but it felt like, because you know the RuneScape 3 guys, they stayed an extra day like at Jagex for more workshops. It felt like those guys were there to like get down to business, like get dirty, get their hands dirty.
Unpaid help.
Unpaid fucking just try like clawing and scratching, desperation mode. Like, we need your guys' help. Please, God, help us. And that's what they did. They literally had a whole extra day to go and workshop things and all that. It was 2 entirely different things happening between the 2 games. I could be wrong. Maybe they were just having a bunch of fun. But from outside view, kind of looked like they were getting serious about things in their rooms.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they're doing like an entire rework of that entire game.
Yeah, they need to. They have to. Yeah.
Yeah. They were talking about like redoing the character faces. When they got to that section of like, you know, we're redoing faces of guys, you know, I was like, is this really that big of a problem? And then all like the RuneScape 3 guys in the room were so happy about it. And I was happy
about it too. Yeah. I always poke fun at the player models.
What's the thing? Were they like just that fugly? I don't get it.
They're terrible. Like, oh my God, they're so bad, dude. I make fun of them almost every time I talk about RuneScape 3. Like there's so much disgustingness happening. The player models, they're the same as they were when EOC dropped. Like they haven't changed. Yeah. So I guess RuneScape 3 maybe. I don't know when the last like true remodel of them are.
It's been 14 years.
Yeah, it's been so long, and they look terrible.
And they just haven't changed it?
No, it doesn't fit what's going on anymore. So
wow. Yeah, to be fair, when you made that one girl character, I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
Jet from Val, or whatever you called yourself.
Jet from CSGO. Yeah.
Jeff from CSGO. Yeah, that's what it was.
And then there was Pretty Sluts was my next one. And that one, ooh, she got a lot of free stuff.
A lot of free stuff.
A lot of free stuff. That was awesome.
Crazy cool name, by the way.
Pretty Sluts. Yeah, I'm very happy.
Did you get any comments about that, or did everyone just pretend like, it just wasn't a thing? Like,
no, people
was just the
not only
elephant in the room.
People commented about it. People recognized me in RuneScape 3 with that name after that video.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, I'm glad I did this for myself. I'm glad that's an alternate name that I have here now.
How much money did you get from people giving you stuff?
Hundreds of millions of GP, which I know isn't like a crazy thing.
It's nothing, right?
It's like nothing in that game.
Like, you get 300 mil in old school RuneScape. You're like, I can do basically everything I want to do. You get 300 mil on that game. I actually remember from when we played Fresh Starts.
Yeah.
I really wanted to have like a double, that like little ability that would go like really fast. So you can do like the double, like the forward dash thing in RuneScape 3.
Yeah.
I was like, I really want to get that. That'd be sick. Mm-hmm. And I remember it's like, to do that, you need to like have a codex or something. I don't know, whatever it is. I'm sure I'm butchering it and maybe I'm misremembering, but
I think they changed how it works now. They changed it so you just need like 10 agility or some shit, but
that's cool, but like for that double dash, maybe I'm making this number up, but I remember it being something like 120 mil, and I had like 39 mil, and I was like, I thought I would be able. Like, this is just to go forward twice.
Yeah,
and that's all this is. But I did enjoy Fresh Start Worlds when they did happen, though. Like,
that was really fun. That was really fun. I liked it.
We're supposed to be talking about a trip, though, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess so. All right. So here's the thing. We were talking about breaking an NDA earlier. And I don't want to say we're going to be breaking the NDA because legally that could cause problems, but I'm going to say like this. We may or may not in the next 10 minutes break the NDA. I just have a lot of cool stuff that I remember seeing in their presentation that I'm so excited about. I have to tell people. I have to tell them somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. And there was one crazy, like, fucked up thing that I remember seeing. I'll let you go first. I will let you go first.
Okay. All right. First things first. Player models on old school. Finally getting a boob slider, which is huge.
To be fair, they're not going crazy.
No,
you know what I mean?
No. Yeah. It's like realistic.
There's room. They're going from A to like, I don't know. It seemed reasonable, like double D.
Yeah.
I think they're like, just for fun, here's triple F. I was like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. We needed it. So I'm glad they're doing it. I was talking to Aiza and Sween about this, actually. They were the ones who actually pushed this to the front. So they were enthusiastic about this.
Side note, they had some crazy, back and forth. Am I remembering that correctly? I mean, you tell me. I feel like this wouldn't be under NDA. You can tell me.
What?
If you remember this.
Back and forth between what? About this subject?
No, like that. They got like really angry with each other. There was like a fist fight.
Yes, yeah. In the cafeteria.
It wasn't long.
Like Sween's really buff, right? So he's towering over Aiza, and his voice is just so strong, and it just really I felt bad for Aiza the way he was just
I thought he was gonna break him in half.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Break him in half.
Yeah, apparently it's just a regular thing that those two guys do, but dude, I think the argument was over the boob slider, which is the craziest thing. They were like, where do we draw the line? And that's what got them into that.
I remember them agreeing too.
Yeah, that was the weirdest part, is they were like on the same page.
They were arguing and they agreed. I think it's just one of those things. It's just like, you could get heated at work sometimes.
Yeah.
It was a culture shock to me.
Yeah.
But for them, it was just a Tuesday in the office.
It was really weird to see, but I liked it a little bit.
Side note, what's it? This movie. It's a classic movie. It's like, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. What's that movie? Do you know that? The Princess Bride? The Princess? Yeah, The Princess Bride.
That's from The Princess Bride.
Yes, The Princess Bride. Dude. Tell me, because I brought this up to Sween, to his face, and Aiza too. It was after their fight. And I was like, has anyone ever told you that you look like the main guy from The Princess Bride. He's also in Robin Hood too. I forget, the actor's name.
Yeah.
I was like, has anyone ever told you look exactly like him? He's like, no, it's only been you. And I'm like, I find that hard to believe. This is what he looks like the entire movie. You're going to tell me that guy's not even related to Sween?
Okay.
Am I right?
It looks like it could be like his uncle or something. Yeah, he does look like he's blood related.
That is bloodline right there. That's blood related. It doesn't need to be him exactly. They, at the very least, see each other every Christmas. Like, you cannot change my mind. That is absolutely him.
You might be right. Speaking of the next very real, truthful thing that we heard about, the next leagues, the name of the next leagues, Thumple Rock, I believe. And I don't know what that means. I don't know what that includes.
Thumple Rock.
It's a cool name, but I don't know what that could possibly be. It might have something to do with the new skill. Digging.
Dude, you have to cut this out. You are going to be sued out the fucking ass. I'm not taking part in it.
I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about it.
I know you are, but dude, okay. Yes, we got the playtest digging for 2 days. It was fucking sick. I found a mine and I dug out the entire thing. 46 rubies in my bank later.
Explosive mine, right? Like,
no, that was yours. I just found like a normal mine.
I found like claymores buried under the ground, like bouncing Bettys and shit. Yeah, I was digging those up. Yeah.
To be fair, okay, it looks like a bouncing Betty, but it's like old lore. It's like, because this is like the fifth age. There's like castles and shit. There's no technology, dude. It looked like a bouncing Betty. I'm willing to give you that, but I'm sure they called it something else.
Yeah,
I'm sure they called it something else.
Yeah, it was like a purple, like unfinished asset that I couldn't see the whole thing. But you found a mine though? That's kind of cool.
Where the dwarves go type of thing. This was a new mine.
A new one.
Yeah, they called it Minerville. I said, I don't really want to be here after I heard that name.
They shouldn't call it Minerville. That's not a good name for that place.
It's not a good name. And to be fair, I left the moment that I heard the name. One of the dwarves is like, welcome to Minerville. And then like I turned to a J-Mod. I was like, why is he saying that? He's like, that's just the name of the town.
That's got to be like a stand-in. Surely they're not keeping it as that.
No, he said this is final. He's like, look, a lot of things are subject. He said a lot of things are subject to change. This is final. This is one of those very few things. This is final. I got out of there. Immediately. Like I made sure to click on the exit, and then I physically got up and I left from the computer. I did not go back. to that computer.
I don't blame you for that. They got to do something. Someone's got to snap them back to reality. That's not a good name.
Yeah.
What did you think about the new game mode they were calling "Fuck My Slug Life"? It's like where you run around the map, you're constantly being chased by a slug. Like
my slug life.
They said it's like gonna be a lot faster than the slugs that we know.
What do you mean? I don't know many slugs.
I thought you were listening when they said that. Fuck my slug life.
I was, but like I legitimately, until you brought this up now, I thought I misheard that. I thought I misheard a lot of that.
No, I wrote it down. I made sure I was listening, dude. It's real.
To be fair, I thought you were like a little weird for bringing a notepad and sitting there writing fucking notes. But now I kind of get why.
Because it was all mind-blowing information, and I knew I needed to take notes because I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to be the first you hear about it.
My slug life.
Yeah, dedicated servers.
You're sure that's what they said?
You're
sure that's what they said?
I'm positive. I recorded it. I have recordings of them saying this. Of course, I'm never going to reveal that.
And this wasn't just a game jam, right?
No, this was during their presentation of like future updates. Fuck my slug life.
It's coming back. I do remember seeing a slug, and dude, what was it? It was I think it was like Mod Rice. He was like he was really proud of it, dude. He was like the slug moves 3 ticks every 3 ticks. Yeah, and I was like, and I remember someone asking, and it's like, is that sped up from 5 ticks? And he said, like he looked there, he gave like one of these. He was like, yeah.
He's an enthusiastic
from 5
mod.
ticks to 3. He did one of these. He did one of these. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like when he does that.
It was nice.
Yeah,
it was really nice.
Yeah.
Like the energy he brought to that presentation, I was like, I'm just happy that he's up there.
Yeah.
He's living the dream.
He knows his
he's
slugs,
really happy.
dude. He knows his slugs.
Yeah.
And that's what I appreciate most about him.
Yeah. I really think, though, that fuck my slug life. You know, I'm hearing this for the second time. I'm thinking that's not a good name. You know,
but it's
I
all
could
coming
be wrong.
together. I think it'll work. I think people will really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know they touched on this too. This is what I mean, I don't know how I feel about it, but they said RuneScape 3, they're going to be removing microtransactions and replacing them with huge fucking transactions, which is crazy of them to say.
I mean, I get it. I fucking get it, dude. Like, if you're gonna fucking commit to a change, you might as well make more money in the fucking process.
Yeah, I was like, I respect that, telling everyone you're removing the microtransactions.
Huge fucking transactions.
The huge fucking transactions are coming. The huge transactions. I just realized that we were telling stories prior to this NDA thing, and people are really gonna have to think hard about what we're saying is true and what's not, because we definitely told some true stories at the start
and in the middle.
Maybe even in the middle somewhere. Who knows? I want to talk about my favorite moment. This is the truth. This is an actual true story. This is a real thing that happened. So Jagex took us to this restaurant, and we get there. We got there late. They were so far behind because of how many of us there were. There was like 80 people. So we get hauled to this restaurant like group by group. I think they were just like calling Ubers or something to get us there. And there's only so many Ubers. It was
not as efficient as you think it would be.
No. They should have just gotten us a big old bus. Just a huge, maybe two big old buses or something.
Unironically, like when we came out of the hotel and we saw that like a giant bus that was just sitting right there, I was like, that's cool. They got us like one of those like double deckers. Yeah. And then I watched it pull off and I was like, all right, it's not for us.
I guess we're not going in that thing.
That was not for us, that thing.
But we got there super late. So like I think it was like Bodie, Stefan,
40 minutes
settled.
late. It was like 40 minutes late.
It was like 40 minutes late. And they're already sat down. All the chairs are already taken up. Stefan kept you a seat and not us, not me. I didn't.
that was sweet of him. That was
really
sweet
of him to completely just forget that I was there in the UK.
Dude,
it's fine.
To be fair, the moment you said you're not doing Gillenor games, like he shot you a fucking look. I knew it. I knew from then on there, like you
wanted me killed. Yeah,
you were dead to him.
That's fine.
So I understand that.
Anyway, we're at the very end of this table. We're with the guys that were just now meeting, like the RuneScape 3 fellas, and I don't really know them, and they look like they're exhausted. They were like, I sat down, they were all on their phones, and I was like, guys, what's going on? You guys on your phones? Like, here we go. And they're like, dude, we just talked for like 10 hours straight, man. I'm like, all right, I get that, dude. Like, it's fine. So then like it was really silent. It was really silent until I begged you to come over and liven it up.
You didn't come over. Told me to come over?
I was like, dude, please, like, I can't liven this area up by myself. Like, everyone's on the verge of sleeping right now. It was basically it was me, Flutton, Kriken, Sea Engineer, and Mikaru, I think is how you say it.
Yeah.
And then Mod Doom. And like we're all like, we're all talking, but everyone's just super tired. And so I was texting you like, dude, I'm gonna literally throw your food on the ground if you don't get over here. Like, you need to get here now. Because I really wanted to talk to the RuneScape 3 guys, but I feel like I messed it up with my first sentence to them. I think I got off on the wrong foot with them by saying, come on, guys, no phones, let's talk. And they did not like that I said that.
Dude, they thought you were a narc, bro.
Yeah, they thought I was being a bad guy.
That's that teacher bullshit.
I was like, I'm sorry, you guys can stay on your phones. It's cool. Yeah. But anyway, my favorite moment of this whole restaurant ordeal, we all had to make orders ahead of time. Like, we had to like submit the food that we wanted and the desserts that we wanted. We get the dinner. Everyone eats like their two things that come out for each person. And if you order desserts, those came last. And so the desserts start coming around to anybody. And we all have these like little cards in front of us that say what we got, but they're usually like folded down. No one's really looking at them. So they start handing out the desserts and they come around. They're like, oh, who got this chocolate cake thing? And then you raise your hand and they give it over to you. And so C Engineer, he raises his hand when they call it out. He gets his. And they call out the second thing, which is like the same dessert. And like you straight face, like poker face, you're just like this. Yeah. He puts it down in front of you. And so you start eating it. And I was like, what is that dessert called? So I grab your card and there's nothing there. There's no dessert on your card. And so I was like, is this yours? And you just said like, yeah, clearly it's mine. I'm eating it right now. Like, yeah. It's no one else's currently. It's not. What's going on? And so it hit me that somebody's not going to get dessert because they made the desserts from the orders, and you put your hand up.
I gotta justify this when you're done.
And so that someone didn't get dessert, but you got dessert. And that's fine. But then the real nice part of this, the real good part, is that you proceeded to eat the entire thing. And I'm laughing because I figured out that that was not yours. And you just put your fork down all polite. And you look me straight in the eyes and say, I didn't even want that. And I started crying, laughing. The fact that you just stole someone's sweets for the night and didn't even really want to do it in the first place.
Look, this is what was going through my head at the time. All right. Before we got to the restaurant, one of the J-mods that like set everything up and that order form said, yeah, look, because some people weren't able to order ahead. Right. Uh-huh. So what he said was, look, you can have like your cards there and everything, but like, even if you don't get what you want, just ask them to bring you out, something, and like we'll cover it. Don't worry. So it's like so just you can get whatever. And I was like, that's really sweet. Okay. So then when they're bringing desserts out, I'm thinking, man, I really should order dessert. and like so they're putting desserts out, and the guy's kind of looking around, seeing like who got this. So then I kind of did like one of these. I was like, well, no one's raising their hands, so I just grabbed it, right? Yeah. And so like in my mind, I wasn't taking it from someone else. Yeah. I'm not just sitting there and going, I'm gonna make sure I get this and not someone else, because I didn't have the foresight to order beforehand. I thought I was being so good because you ordered it like a week before. Yeah. And I remember sitting there looking at the options. By the way, I got the chicken. Fucking terrible. Fucking whatever. Everything else was great there. Like I was reading these British ass desserts. It was like chocolate poupon with a strawberry tabletop. And I'm like, I'm not getting this dog shit, dude. I'm just gonna fucking not eat dessert. Like I don't need it. I'll be fine. I'm gonna be so proud of myself for not eating dessert. So that was the real tragedy.
I don't think they were anything crazy.
The one I saw, it put me off from reading any of the other dessert names.
Lost in translation, just couldn't understand what you were looking at.
I was like, there's a lot of fucking trouble in this menu here. Yeah. Yeah. So I ended up, like the shameful thing to me was that I ate the dessert when I said, I promised myself I wouldn't. But
that was the worst part of it, is that you betrayed yourself. That was the worst part. Yeah. Yeah. But if there was anyone at this event that was supposed to get this dessert, and they did not get this dessert, and I don't want to hear like it's 3 people, because then it's a restaurant issue. It's not me. It has to be specifically one person. If there's one person that did not get their dessert, I will buy you a dessert wherever you want. Let's keep it under $50. Dude, everyone's going to be raising their hand saying that they didn't get the dessert. Like you can't offer that. You don't go through with that.
All I'm saying, it takes, if one person says it, it was them and no one else, I got you. If the second 2 people say it, you're both fucked. Okay. Yeah. That second person screwed it for that first person.
Yeah.
Even if that first person was lying.
One person's got to step up, and that's it. no one else gets to.
Yeah. I also thought it was funny too, because like it was pretty loud in this restaurant. And like I had C engineer sitting to my left. You and Flutton are sitting across from me, and C engineer's like, I don't want this dessert, like and he offers it to you.
Yeah,
and he's like, Jimmy, do you want this dessert? And you're like, sure, why not? And you're about like halfway through eating, and like I'm kind of noticing the entire time, Flutton's just kind of like looking over at you like this. Yeah. And then like something in her, she finally can't take it anymore. She's like, why are you eating all that? Like you're not supposed to be eating that. Give it back to him. Yeah. She thinks he offered you a bite and you're just eating the entire thing. Yeah. That was I think that was like kind of like the start of like, for me, getting in like a wacky mood, dude. Because after that, I don't even remember the rest of what we said, but we were laughing like jackasses the entire night after that.
Yeah, I love the fact that she was just watching in pure anxiety. Every bite was just killing her inside, thinking that he was just like, you want a bite? Like, you want to try this? And she just watched me devour it. I didn't leave a thing on the plate. I cleaned the plate, dude.
She didn't have the fucking balls to tell her husband of multiple years, don't eat his dessert. I just think that's so funny. She's literally been with you for so long. Yeah. And she had to question, like, she questioned your character in that moment, because she's like, why did I marry someone who was just gonna like gluttonously eat everything off of everyone's plates, like unasked?
I mean, I think she was just worried that there was miscommunication between me and C Engineer, and there was not.
No, he didn't want that shit.
I think it's because what happened is when he's like, Jimmy, do you want it? And I was like, yeah, I'll try it. And I think that's what got her thinking that, is because she thought me saying I'll try it was me saying, yeah, I'll take a bite of it.
Yeah. And then the rest?
That was on me, I guess. I should have said, yes, I will take your entire dessert, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, language is very particular. You have to say your full intention every time. That's
every time. English language is hard. Do. It's hard. Yeah. We went to a bar too. I remember that. They took us all to a bar.
Yes.
Yeah. We all took a picture together. It was like who was in charge of that picture, by the way, of all the YouTube guys? You remember who organized that? Hey, because it was all about like getting everyone with a lot of subscribers in one picture, and I remember like smiling through it and everything.
And all I could think of, you were talking about the giant ass group picture.
No. The one with all the YouTubers, like the YouTube guys. Yeah,
we were all just kind of talking.
Yeah,
and one of them's like, 3 million YouTube subscribers right here. I remember because I was like, that's a cool idea. So then I tweeted it. It's the one time I logged into Twitter.
Yeah, I just remember thinking during that, like I'm like smiling in it, like, like looking at all the guys next to me, and like
you're looking real cute.
Yeah, my first thought was, this is cool that we're able to do this right now. And my second thought was, we're a bunch of pretentious pricks, dude. Like, we are the worst. Dude. What a bunch of assholes we are right now.
When I was coming up with the caption, bro, I was like, I was trying to say, like, about everyone in the photo. I wasn't including myself, because I'm not the type of person that would do that.
No, never.
And I was really trying to think of like a particular way to word it so it was clear what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I was trying to say, like, these are all the RuneScape YouTube goats. But again, I was in that picture. So I was like, I'm not going to sit there and say that about myself, because like, what sort of jackass am I? So then, like, I went to my my tweet writer, Settled, and then he wrote that for me. Because like, dude, he has fact checked me on, like, that's not the right word, but he is he's saved my ass from like wording something in a way that's been like, you can kind of be seen as like a douche if you say that. He has done that multiple times. So shout out to him for making me not look like a douche in my own tweet.
He's your douche filter. That's awesome.
He's my douche filter. Absolutely.
It's a good title for him. He's a douche filter.
He's the douche filter, bro. Oh, that's a nice thing to say about someone.
It's hard to earn that title.
You don't just earn that. You don't just earn that.
But the caption's objectively true. So like if someone gets mad at you for that, like they're just mad at you for like stating a fact, really. It's just like they're jumping to conclusions about you because you're saying something that is verifiable, like numbers So
yeah, one guy said like settled makes up most of that, and I was like, I don't think you know what we're doing here. That's kind of what I like. What my thought was. I guess it is like an objectively true fact.
Yeah.
Much like the entirety of what we have said here today. So speaking of, by the way,
okay,
dude, depending on the title and thumbnail, you're gonna have some JMod nervously fucking. Someone's gonna be assigned to watch this whole thing to see if we fucking.
Oh yeah.
Broke NDA, and they'd be like, they just wasted an hour of my life.
That was kind of what I wanted to do with that. I wanted to have them like really be nervous about this.
You wanted to willingly waste one employee's hour of his life?
At least a few of them, yeah. I wanted to make sure.
Speaking of things that fucking people make up, Bodie went live, bro. Bodie went live, and he started fucking yapping. And like I hung out with him for a while. Cool dude, obviously. It was like you know. I like hanging out with him whenever I get the chance. Everyone again in real life, cool people. Yeah. But then like I get told by Settled and Soup that Bodie said that I showed up every single day with a different $5,000 Rolex to all these different events, and I was iced out, and I was like dressed in like freaking like Louis Vuitton, like head to toe, and like all designer shit.
Yeah.
Bro, I got this shirt from Costco, the sweatshirt for $16. This is the most expensive thing I fucking own.
Yeah. He likes he's our little section here, talk about what we heard about in theory. That's most sentences I feel like he says. He's trying to just see what kind of things sticks. He can plant in people's minds so that they go and spread it as much as possible to see like how far something can get and how true people believe it to be for years. Yeah. Before I forget about this, I want to say something. All right. I got some dirt. I got some dirt on Odablock. Okay. He doesn't want people to find out about Odablock. It's actually a pretty nice guy. He doesn't want you to know that. But he's a really fucking nice guy. Great to talk to. He does not want
you to know it.
No, that's the last thing. He's a pleasant man to be around.
One of the most fucked up thing that happened between me and him. Like because we said hello, that like we hung out. Nice guy. He said right at the end, dude. Like when he was like everyone's going up to bed for the night. He said, "You're gonna be a good father."
Dude,
what if I wanted to be a piece of shit dad? He's putting that on me.
He didn't consider that. That's messed up.
He didn't consider maybe I had a game plan to really just, yuck this whole thing up. And now I feel like I'm letting him down if I'm not a good dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he kind of put that on me. But in reality, dude, like very nice guy, dude. Very nice guy.
Very nice guy. Yeah.
Very easy to talk to.
He does not want us to be saying this about him right now.
No.
This is going to go against a lot of what people think about him. But I got to tell the truth. We're in the truth part of this conversation right now, so I got to tell the truth.
You think that many people are thinking, I do not want him to be nice?
I think a lot of people do.
In reality, people are way nicer in person.
Yeah.
Than you think they're gonna be. Like I think people, it's very easy online to build up a perception of who you think someone is.
Yeah.
But like the thing I've heard said so many times, you don't have any fucking clue who someone is until you meet them in person, and then like you really get to like talk with them. You really don't know online, dude. You don't. You and I, we could be the biggest fucking assholes in the world, or we could donate to fucking charity every single day and just not talk about it.
You could do both of those things. Like those don't cancel each other out.
Yeah, you could be a chaotic neutral in there.
That's what that is. Oh, speaking of being nice, so Josh Strife Hayes, did you talk to him at all while we were there?
A little bit, yeah. He's a nice guy.
When we were at the bar, like the first night, I'm like just scanning the room, and I spot Josh, and Josh always has a huge smile on his face. He's a happy guy. And
I think he's stoned always.
No, I don't think he's stoned. I didn't think that.
Okay.
Because that's what Odablock thought about me And I didn't like that he thought that I was always high. Yeah. But Josh, Josh is extremely happy all the time. He's so enthusiastic talking to everybody. And I start looking at him talk with everybody. And the smile never fades. And I said out loud to the people I'm with, I'm like, something's not right here. Something's wrong. He's too happy. He's too happy right now.
Immediately suspicious.
Something isn't adding up. So about 15 minutes later, I'm like, I move our way near the food, and Josh approaches. Of course, huge smile. It's still there. And so I said to him, I'm like, Josh, what is this? I'm determined to piss you off just to see if you're able to be pissed off, because you're looking way too happy. And he said to me, it all came together. He said, well, it's because I used to be a teacher. And I was like, oh, he's like, I get to just be at this event on a game I've played for my whole life, talking to people who do what I do for a living, and I'm having drinks with everybody, and it's amazing. And I'm like, that makes so much more sense, because like my mom's a teacher,
makes sense,
and I completely understand what it's like for going back home after a day of teaching asshole kids. And dude, Josh gets to talk about MMORPGs and go to Jagex events. It all came together. The puzzle was put together. Very happy for him. I don't question his happiness anymore. He's not suspicious. Yeah. He's off my radar, my suspicious radar.
Dude, after that, someone that is suspiciously nice, pure spam, dude.
I was thinking the same thing.
I have known him for like 15 years. And that guy, there are skeletons in that guy's closet. He is too nice. You look at him, he's just sitting there. Dude, every time I talk to him, he's always talking about how he wants to catch up, right? And he specifically says he wants to have a chin wag. I'm like, every time you tell that to me, I'm ignoring you for an extra week.
Right? I don't know what that means. That would freak me out if you said that to me.
It's like a British euphemism of like, a chin wag's like, oh, like let's talk. And it's like, you don't need to say what you just said. You could just say, I would like to talk to you. Yeah. Don't tell us how you had a lovely time hanging out with us, dude. It's implied.
That's implied. Yeah. He really angered me with his niceness recently.
Yes, dude. Like I sit there and I'm like, this guy there, he is suspiciously nice. Yeah. He is trying to take my eye off the ball, dude. Right? Yeah. Like, if that's, maybe I just combined two sayings, dude. he's trying to divert your attention somewhere else.
Yeah.
The moment he does that, you have to start looking. You have to start sniffing.
You got to start sniffing.
That guy is.
He wants to plug your nose, and you got to sniff. Yeah, I get that.
He's up to no good. Doesn't matter how happy he is. We're gonna have to. The moment we get any negative thought out of him, he is no longer a threat level.
He's in the clear.
He's in the clear.
Yeah.
But until then, you got to be on your toes with that guy. We can't have someone sitting there going around PKing people and then saying "good fight, beast." Not everyone's a beast. No,
they're not. So I don't drink a lot. I drink like 3 times a year when we're at like events like this, right? So and Flutton too. She only gets, whenever we go to like an event or families in town and we're like going to like a casino or something, she always gets a vodka cranberry because that's the only drink that she knows about. And we were talking about that with Skill Specs. He was at the bar near us, and the bartender overheard us, and he was like, well, let me make you something since you don't know anything like about drinks. And we're like, yeah, sure. So he ends up making her like a cosmopolitan. He's like, well, what do you want? And I'm like, I don't know drinks either. Like, go ahead and make me something. So he's like, okay, I'll make you something. And like 15 minutes goes by. He's like, sorry it's taking so long. I'm just waiting on some ingredients. I was like, ingredients? Like, what the hell is this guy making? Dude, yes. I was so shocked that he was like going this far for it. I'm like, you didn't need to do that. Like, you could give me something simple. So like, I don't really see what he's doing. Like, I see him getting crazy. And then he turns around, finally gives it to me. And I'm like, that looks great. Like, I'll try it. It's just a Red Bull vodka.
Yep, dude. I had the same thing because I drink 0 times a year, right?
Yeah.
And I asked them, can I have a virgin pina colada?
Yeah.
And they said, we don't do that here. And I asked, well, do you have like coconut juice? And they're like, yeah. I was like, do you have pineapple juice? They're like, yeah. And I was like, can you just do that? Like, no, we don't have the ingredients. I was like, okay, well, look, I don't want to cause a scene. Like like Jagex is covering for this event.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to be that guy. Right.
Right. Yeah.
To be fair, I'm literally never that guy anyway, but I especially don't want to be that guy now. Now is not the time.
It's not the time
to do tryouts for being that guy.
You're not in your home country. Yeah, don't do that right now.
They could arrest me for that. I don't know. They could have different laws. I'm sure they do. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I need anything. So they're like the bartender's like, well, we have a mocktail, right? She says, we have one mocktail. I'm like, all right, I'll get that. Same thing. I'm standing at the bar. I think it was for like 12 or 13 minutes. She comes up and she says, I'm making it now. We just had to get you an ingredient.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like same thought process. Like what is this ingredient? Like it must be crazy what they're making. Right. It was a seltzer. With just some strawberry flavoring in it. And then like some strawberry thing on top.
Yeah. And
don't get me wrong.
They had to dive deep for those ingredients.
I enjoyed it, but I was like, I don't think this took you 13 minutes to get. I think you were doing something else and you could have just admitted that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Just be honest with me. Yeah.
I'm very clearly chilling there. I don't need to have things in that moment. So I feel as though, they could have just, saved a lot of trouble of having to think, of that ingredient lie they told me and you. Maybe that's something they agree upon every night. They say, we're getting an ingredient.
Yeah, it's like a code. Like they've all talked about this. Like just tell them they're getting ingredients. Because it sounds like they're going like the extra mile for you. But
yes, exactly.
In reality, they're just like, I got to think about something else for a while.
Yeah,
like do something. That's not this.
And just when you really think about it, the job of any bartender is to already have the ingredients. So if you're getting the ingredient, you don't need to say
it's
that.
It's like ordering a pizza and then 10 minutes later they call you and they say, hey man, we're just getting the pepperoni. It's like, all right, that's cool.
I did ask for that, so thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are still on the clock. That's really nice for me. It means it's going to work out.
This is going to work out for me.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I totally forgot about this. I just want to get your opinion of all people as applies to you. This was actually a quote from Flutton. She said this to me on the drive from our hotel back to the airport. And it really got me thinking. This was out of nowhere, like no context. Yeah. She just turns to me and says, anyone above 6 feet should be banned from being a streamer because they're wasting their natural gift to do manual labor. What's your thoughts on that?
So she thinks that everyone above 6 foot should do manual labor?
Yeah, because they have a better ability to lift things, reach things.
Here's the thing. Okay. See, that's a real dwarf thought of her, okay?
Right.
So here's the thing. Because when you're taller, when you're above 6 feet tall, you got extra stuff filling the gaps between your different parts of your body. Shit breaks easier, right? And shit aches easier. I guess I would need to understand what type of manual labor she's talking about, like plowing in the fields all day sort of thing.
Construction or something, yeah.
Is she talking about, like, in terms of, like, muscle or what? What does she mean by that?
I don't know what she meant by that. I just figured you'd have a little more insight on it.
Just because you're over 6 foot doesn't mean that you're automatically built for labor. I would argue a lot of people over 6 feet tall have no ability or reason why they should be doing manual labor. Specifically saying they shouldn't be allowed to stream. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't understand. Like, do you have to be like a hobbit to stream in her mind? I kind of feel as though she is angry towards tall people, and I don't get why. Maybe it has to do with the fact that, you know, she like only comes up to here, you know, on me, and like, you know, she's just not a threat to me physically.
No,
like she could have a gun, and I feel like I'd be able to figure it out before she could pull the trigger in the process of trying to kill me. Yeah,
that's really interesting. I mean, I don't want to see how that would play out, but like,
I don't want her to shoot me either.
If like we had like a simulation to run that, I'd be curious about it.
Yeah. Put someone like me in it, but not me.
Well, I was thinking there's going to be like a virtual thing, so we don't have to actually sacrifice anybody. Like,
I get what you were saying. I get what you're saying.
I'm glad.
But like, you know, with the way technology is going, one day they could figure out how to upload us, and, you know, someone like me instead of me is going to be getting fake shot. And then they're, you know, they're going to die in the game.
Well, you made me think of the experience of, you know, like where tech is going and being able to experience, like, you know, getting shot.
You're going to talk about isekai, aren't you? You're talking about isekai? Well,
I have that written down.
You already did that.
I have that written down, but that's for later. This is about, so you never played Cyberpunk, did you? No, you don't play a lot of games.
One of these days I will. I heard there's a boob in that game. I'd like to understand.
There is. Yeah.
I'd like to understand where that boob is.
But in that game, there's these things called brain dances, and essentially it's like a VR experience, but like you are essentially reliving the memory of somebody else and experiencing like all 5 senses of them during that experience. So like,
wow.
Yeah, you get I don't know if you get introduced to it this way, but essentially in the story, you experience a brain dance of somebody going in and robbing a store and then leaving the store and getting shot and killed. And like you experience his like adrenaline and like the feeling of getting shot and dying. Like you experience all of it. So I'm like, what kind of brain dance are you ordering? What would you want to experience? Because that's like extreme. That's fucking crazy. But like, what would you order if you got to order something?
I feel like I know most people's answers.
Yeah.
And they're immediately going like, I'm having lots of sex or something.
Yeah, I think that's what most people get. Yeah.
That's not me. And also, by the way, if you're living in Cyberpunk, I haven't played the game. I got to imagine there's freakier ways to get off than doing a brain dance. All right. Right. But, you know, there's a lot of weird things. Like, are you doing a brain dance of like your buddy type of thing? And is, you know, like I want to be the father of his kids. I want to know what that's like, because some people are thinking that, like, I want to know what it's like to raise those kids.
Yeah,
like I'm going to be you, and you're not going to stop me, type of thing.
Yeah,
I really hope this never becomes a thing, you know, in general. But my brain dance in particular, I'm going someone that did some like fucking, you know, that guy. The Red Bull jump from fucking space.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing that guy. I'm picking that. Well, I'm not doing him. I don't know. Maybe he's married, but I'm picking that guy's brain experience or cool. Brain dance, and I'm falling from outer space onto the ground because he lived. Yeah. So you don't like you know the outcome. You know you're fine.
Yeah.
Like, you know, nothing would get better than that, because like one of those things I've said for like my whole life, I was like, you know, when I'm older, I'm going to skydive. Like I said that when I was like 17, and in my excuse, I was like, I have $6. Like no way I could afford to skydive. That's not happening. And then, you know, like when I got to be like, I don't know, like 22 and I had $40, I was like, you know, yeah, I could skydive right now, but you know what? Like I want to keep going. Like I really want to save that experience. That's going to be a good one. Right.
Yeah.
And I kept pushing that off more and more. And, you know, here I am now, you know, early 30s. I don't want to skydive. No, you know what I mean?
I don't either. I'll go my whole life without doing it.
My little brain dance. I'm going into that guy. That's the ultimate skydive. I'm going into Red Bull Man himself, and I'm dropping down under the earth. So
it's RuneScape's 25th anniversary, right? Like it's a whole thing. And I saw somebody, I don't know if it was like a JMod or something, or maybe it was just a guy commenting on the video, but they were essentially like, you know, cheers to the next 25. Do you think RuneScape's going to be around for another 25 years?
There's a chance the United States of America is not around in 25 years. So I got to say, I don't have the ability to think that far ahead.
All right.
You know what I mean? So I would like for that to be the thing.
Yeah.
I'll give them another 5 years for sure. Another solid 5 years. But, I would love to play this game for another 25 years, even though that would make me some 50-something-year-old man playing RuneScape for his whole life.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. I don't know. Maybe it can survive the test of time because it really has such a simplistic charm. I really think they need to host some sort of insane contest. They need to make something that's so hard that it takes people months to complete it. It's literally people can't do it. And then whoever is the first person to complete that, they send them to the moon.
They said, "Wow, that's
we need to send
prize."
The moment that contest gets announced, all eyes on RuneScape. All eyes on RuneScape, dude. Everyone's gonna want to know. I can go to the moon for free from this company. How? Oh, I just have to buy membership and become the best in the world at this game. A lot of people are delusional, dude. They'll think they can do it, right?
Yeah.
People think I could be that guy. People play the lottery every day. It is more likely that you get struck by lightning twice than you win the lottery. People play it every day. You got to be in it to win it. That's what people are going to think about this. Everyone's going to think I could be the guy that goes to the moon because I was good at a video game. That is viral marketing right there. We need to do that. And I already know who's going to win.
25 years, I don't know how. 25 years, the way tech's going, who knows what it's going to be looking like. But 25 years from now, going to the moon might not even be that cool. That might just be a thing that people do. Oh, do you want to, for our vacation this year, go to the moon for a second? Does that sound fun?
Then they can keep this thing going for months and months. It is free viral marketing for months, and they can update it. They can be you know what? Want who's going with you to the moon if you go? We're going to get Barack Obama to go with you to the moon.
What?
That's what they would think. They'd think, what? And then they would buy 12 years of membership. They would get so excited, they don't buy 12 months. They misclick on 12 years.
You don't think there's anyone else they could choose to maybe get more incentive here? That's not even... Jagex is in the UK. We were just there at their headquarters. Why would they choose Barack Obama? UK wouldn't care about that even.
You're going with Obama, you're going with Akon, and you're going with Sydney Sweeney.
Akon, dude, that's a crazy poll. Akon's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, no, there's no fucking way this game's lasting another 25 years.
You don't think?
No way. Maybe 10.
Yeah.
Maybe 10. And I think there will be after the game is done, I think private servers will keep going.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel.
That'll always happen. But 10 official years.
As they die, dude. So this is kind of how I felt about Project Xanaris. I was that's eventually a good idea to do. But, maybe towards the end of the main game's life. We're going to go Minecraft style and we're going to rent out servers to people. And that's how the game survives. I could see that being the next iteration of it if the main game ever dies.
Yeah. Because there is a lot of, I remember a lot of people that don't play regularly. Like Kraken, he would have been prime Project Xanaris, host of a server sort of thing. The people that don't play a lot would come to play a server that they can make, but I don't think we're there yet. I think it was probably a good move to not do that right now. I don't think it would have gone well.
I felt relieved personally. I'm sure a lot of people were heartbroken by that, but I kind of felt relief from it because it just kind of felt like a little too soon. But what do I know, dude? I'm just a guy talking to my friend who's talking to his friend who is being eavesdropped on by potentially thousands of people.
Potentially. I was just happy that we got to do a promo for it that was really funny, even though they kind of butchered the presentation of it. People kind of hated our guts for the way that we presented it, but it was still really fun for us, which is all that mattered.
Yeah, you and me, right? You're talking about how they didn't even give us a script. They said,
no.
I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, they literally said something to the effect of like let your heart speak its truth. It was something like that, where it's like, I need to look and I need to basically insinuate more or less what is happening.
Yeah.
Insinuate's not the right word. It's got a negative connotation. I didn't know that insinuate had a negative connotation until I was at a wedding, because my wife was in the wedding party. So we went to this hotel early. Yeah. Right? And one of the other girls that was in the wedding party, and we like caught each other in the elevator, whatever, just going down. I don't even remember what she said, but I said something to the effect of like, oh, like you'd insinuate that. And like, and I was like, bye. About like 30 minutes later, my wife calls me. It was like, are you mad at this girl? I was like, what? Why? Why would I be mad at her? And she was like, you told her that she was insinuating something. And I was like, yeah, like I was joking. Like I was saying like you're implying something. That's basically what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
And she's like, no.
That's the word you were looking for.
Yeah. And I was like, no, I thought it was like interchangeable. She's like, no, it's not interchangeable. She thinks you hate her. And I was like, I didn't even use the word aggressively. I left a bad impression on this girl. I ended up talking to her and apologizing. And my wife, was like, don't worry. He just gets words wrong sometimes. I'm like, well, don't say that. That just makes me seem like I'm always getting shit wrong. I just didn't know that. It's like one word. I'm allowed to get one word wrong every now and then.
That reminds me of that there's a bit in Curb Your Enthusiasm where he like Larry David's on like bad terms with a girl who's deaf. So she's like always using sign language, and he did something he didn't mean to. He said something he didn't mean to be, fucked up, but it was. And the husband of the deaf girl is like, dude, you gotta like apologize to her. Like they're in the bathroom. And he's like, you gotta say something to her. Like she'd really appreciate if you apologize, because it'd mean a lot. And he's like, okay. And he starts drying his hands like in the dryer. And he's like doing this, and he accidentally signed something really fucked up, like sign language or something real fucked up. Like while he's just trying to dry his hands, and the guy's just like, "What the hell's your problem?" And he storms out of the bathroom.
Oh my
just
god!
Like, I'm just drying my hands. So I feel like that was almost the equivalent.
I was in a Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm scenario in real life. They do happen.
Yeah, it absolutely does happen. Just like, I don't know, people just they assume the worst. I guess it's just kind of how it goes. Yeah. Because they see you and they're just like, this guy, he hates my guts by default. It's like
by default
where you're at. Yeah.
I feel as though my default state is I don't want to be mean to someone I don't know. And then if I know them, I also don't want to be mean.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad that's how you think. That's good.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking about whenever I'm in any social situation. That, and then I'm thinking, I hope to God this person knows how to talk to other people, because I can't carry a conversation with someone who doesn't know how to talk to people, because then I don't know how to talk to people. If someone's good at talking to people, I can talk to that person for like 9 hours, right? But like if someone just sits there and they give you nothing, I'm like, I'm in like my own little version of hell. Like I want to leave. You know?
Yeah. I think you don't give yourself enough credit. I think you're pretty good at carrying conversations, at least in the environments I've seen you in. Because once you get going, there's no stopping you. It's a train. It just keeps going.
I kind of do like this little test with people sometimes, depending on like if I feel as though there's someone I can talk to in a much more lighthearted, funny, candid way. Yeah. And I did this test on Criken, because obviously you're friends with Criken.
Yeah.
And by default, I was like, if Jimmy's friends with this guy, then this guy is like someone I can probably easily talk to. Let's test this theory. So I told him that like an intrusive thought I had as one of the first things. Yeah. Within like the first 5 minutes, I basically said to him, like, dude, you ever just meet someone and you're talking to them and things are going well, and like you just get that thought, like, I could knock this guy out right now, one punch across the face, and you're not sitting there thinking like that's what I want to do. You don't want to do that. I have never hit someone across the face, actually, in my whole life.
Right.
I'm not hitting people, and I never have.
Yeah.
So I told him that. And then he immediately goes, "Is that what you want to do to me? Like, you want to punch me in the face?"
That does sound exactly like what you were saying, to be fair, immediately upon meeting Crichton for the first time. Yeah.
And I didn't even hear that until it was kind of said out loud. Yeah. And I was like, to be honest with you, Crichton, I was actually thinking about the CEO of Jagex. That's what I was thinking. And and I liked him. I also had that same thought for my first job. This guy was so nice. He taught me how to build websites and everything. Like, I'll take you guys on a vacation and stuff. Like, I'll help you manage your own clients. Like, we're really going to build out all of this. Like, he bought me lunch and everything.
He's grooming you. You got groomed. Yeah.
Well, no, not like that. He was just a genuinely nice guy. He was
sure. That's what he wanted.
Grooming.
Yeah.
Sure. Grooming in the sense that he wanted me to help him run his business. So
of course.
I guess, sure. Yeah. In the least, closer to dog grooming than the other kind. More of like pampering. That's what I would say. He was pampering. Well, you pamper a dog when you groom them.
Yeah, groomers say they pamper is what that's what they use in there.
So you're implying that they're like getting some on the side with the dog. I understand that, but aside from your theory about what happens at these places, he was just sitting there talking to me, showing me how to do this website, and like he was really patient with me. He was like really kind. And then I thought to myself, I could just punch him across the face and ruin this entire friendship and relationship right now. Yeah. I really could.
Yeah.
And that was more so akin to the thought I had of like, there is zero part of me that wants to. This guy's nothing but nice. I like this guy. This is one of those things where like you get that thought and you're like, why'd I think that? Like, I don't like that. And that's kind of where I was going with Crichton when I was like talking to him. I was like, let's see if he has these thoughts too.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see if that's a normal human thought of like, you get a weird intrusive thought. And then he just made me feel bad about it. He's like, what, you want to hit me? I was like, that's not it. That's not it. I'm thinking about something else.
He absolutely applied to the criteria of what you were talking about.
Absolutely did.
You just met him. And you asked if he had ever felt like punching someone he just met.
And more so, it was more so for me. I guess the thought process was like, I could ruin my entire career right now, if you can even call it that.
Yeah,
I could ruin that
you could.
by punching the CEO across the face. But why would I do that? I like him. Also,
it would ruin your life. It would ruin your life.
I really hope he doesn't hear this because
he will. He will. He's watching.
No, that guy. I hope he's not.
He is.
Jagex. All right. I hope you're not watching. I don't know if he said his. Yeah. He's like such a nice guy. He likes me. I like him. He really he loves the game. He loves both games. He's like a great person for this role, right?
Yeah.
And like, I had a lot of nice thoughts about him. Then I was like, just that crazy little thought comes in, and it's like a thought it's here. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah. You blow it away, and then the rest of the conversation is lovely. But for the record, he's probably correctly thinking this. If he is hearing this, he could knock my ass out. That dude's huge.
Oh, easily, dude. Yeah.
That dude, he'd one punch man me, and I'd be dead.
Yeah. We should have a conversation with him and film it. And
really?
By accident, yeah.
Do you think he would?
Maybe. I think we could convince him because I wanted to talk to him. I kept telling him, I'm like, dude, we need to talk like together. I haven't gotten a chance to like one-on-one. It was always when I was on my way with people to somewhere else. And I was like, dude, I haven't gotten to like talk with you yet. You've been talking to everybody. I haven't gotten to talk to you. And we never got to the whole time. There was never a second. So
yeah, that's some nice one-on-ones with him. He's a good dude. I really do think he's a good dude.
Oh yeah.
I think people have a lot of thoughts about that guy. I like him.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, I think basically everyone there, including like the impression I got, including from like the J mods, like the people that work there. I really got the impression that basically everyone there really did have like a lot of respect for him, and without going too much into it, that guy's got a hard job. That's all I'm gonna say. I will never punch him across the face because he would ruin me, and he'd be right.
I forgot to bring this up. I forgot to bring it up. I have to go get it downstairs because this is really cool. Hold on. I have to bring it.
I got a nose itch I've been trying to wait on. You can't hear me, but
Dude, JMods are going to have to get through all of this shit to get to the part they probably want to hear. Good luck to them. Hope they're here. But yeah, I got a copy of Betrayal at Falador, and this is like first edition. It was like the last one on Amazon or something. But
yeah,
I brought it, and I've got like a shit ton of the mods to sign it. I got like Sween, I got Elena on there, Aiza, Mod Ash. Look at that shit. Mod Ash, dude. They all like we put it on a table and they all signed it. And I was talking to like it was when I was upstairs. I was talking to like Mod Ash about this book, and I was telling him the second book in the series. There's only one copy available on Amazon, and it's $555, and I wasn't gonna buy that. So Madalena said, "Oh, I have a copy of it at home." And she literally, I went in to record the podcast with Aiza and Sween, and she just left it on the chair when I walked in. It's just a note, "To Jimmy, enjoy," from Madalena. Gosh. And she gave me her copy of Return to Canifis.
That's awesome.
Like, that is so
she was
nice
really nice.
Yeah. She's incredibly nice, dude. That was so sweet.
Dude, but do you ever have like this whole this thing where you're like, because there used to be like 10 J mods, you know, like basically like a very short list of J mods.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's more and more J mods that join, and it's like I do a pretty good job at remembering names, but like for the most part, like I'm bad with names, and like I'm really good with faces. I'm like an elephant. I'll remember a face, right? But I think it's
do
a
they
thing.
Remember faces? Still. Is that a thing?
I don't know. Maybe they remember passwords or some shit. But like I'm. You know, I see a face and then I remember it, like almost always. Like I'm very good with that, right? You know, I saw Acorn and like she was like looking at me, and I just kind of sat there looking at her like this for like 10 seconds. It was probably like 4, but like it felt like 10 seconds, like
very creepy, yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is her name? Like, what is her JMod name? Right?
Yeah, I remember that.
You were sitting next to me too, I'm pretty sure.
I remember the whole thing, yeah.
You never want to be the guy that forgets someone's name and you're like, oh, you didn't fucking remember me. It's like, no, I did. I remembered you. I remembered your face, but I just didn't remember your name because I'm bad with it. And like, I'm just sitting there. I'm still panicking. I'm not thinking with my right mind. She said oak tree. So I'm just thinking, I was like, Mod Oak? After she already said A and C.
Dude, she hated your guts. She hated your guts. She wanted you to leave.
Hated my guts. And then when she realized that we're in like the little groups to talk about fuck me sideways slug or whatever it was called.
Yeah, fuck my slug life. Yeah.
Fuck my slug life. She's like, oh my God, like I don't want to fucking talk about fuck my slug life with this.
Okay, we've been talking way too long, so we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop the conversation that people will happen to be listening to. That's not a podcast. That's weird. If they call
that
it
really
that.
what people have been saying?
I surely hope not. I hope that's just a rumor.
And we would have some names for this if it was a podcast, but it's not.
Yeah, we'd have a name and if this was a podcast, we'd have a name, we'd have a brand, a logo, and I don't see any of that here. So
leave a like and a comment now. Talk about fuck my slug life if you want to see it. You know?
Yeah.
And don't worry. I mean, you're gonna see it. It's in the content reveal. You'll see.
You'll see it. Winter Summit's coming.
No, it's in the Summer Summit. It's in early development.
Oh, the summer. Yeah, you'll see it in the summer.
If you don't see it in the Winter Summit,
the slug summer's coming, dude.
The slug mitt.
It's a slug mitt, dude.
I will see you later.
Okay. Goodbye.